All of his stuff looked good, so probably too good because it was probably snug, but he was different in everything that he did. He locked up different. He locked up snug.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle, and you're listening to Snug Wrestling. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
We're going to move on to the main event, which was Penta versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, this is a match that I did not expect to see on a Monday Night Raw. I thought we were going to see this match at WrestleMania. I thought that this was what everything was going to lead to, was Penta versus Braun Breaker at Mania. But we saw it tonight. It was in the main event. And the story behind all of this is Penta going to join the Judgment Day. Dom Mysterio has been trying to recruit Penta to join the Judgment Day. We finally got the answer after the match. The Judgment Day got involved. They ended up causing Penta the title. Braun Breaker won by disqualification, so he got to keep his title. Penta was obviously not happy about that. But to all of the people that just, hey, I know we just got done trashing the booking in the women's title division, but this is a perfect example of Penta's booking being very, very good. It's still making him look good. There's people that are saying oh, Penta, he went from being this big deal to wrestling dark matches and wrestling before the show, and he's not even on TV. Oh, how far has Penta fallen? He should have just stayed in AEW. And it's well, actually, no. Penta, he's main eventing shows now. He's getting title matches versus top guys like Braun Breaker. He's involved in an important storyline with the Judgment Day. Penta, and Ray Phoenix hasn't even been added to the mix. Now, I don't think they're going to be on the same shows, but the fact that Ray Phoenix is going to be in the same company, there's a lot of great things happening with Penta in the WWE, and I'm excited for him, and I'm excited for the Penta fans, but I just wanted to throw that out there. Mr. Blood, we're going to go with you first this time. What did you think about this main event?
I thought it was great. I mean, Penta's freaking phenomenal. I think he's shown that to the wider WWE audience by this point. I mean, if his first match didn't set you onto him, his second match definitely should have. I think putting him up against, if I remember correctly, he debuted against Chad Gable, right? And I mean, if you wanted to really showcase someone's well-rounded abilities from presentation to in-ring work to their crowd connection, putting him up pairing him with Chad out the gate was just such a smart decision. Pairing him with Braun is an even smarter decision because you're showing all these other people from other companies, other defects from AEW that, hey, like Cody Rhodes, like Penta, like Jade Cargill, we keep telling y'all, you come back over here, it's not like it was when AEW started and had to be that alternative for the last fan. No. You got a guy who genuinely cares about the wrestling aspect of things, not just storytelling. And he's going to present you in a way that matters. And for the people here who want to keep complaining that, oh, they're Penta this, Penta that, he should have stayed in AEW. Are you kidding? He should have stayed in AEW? No. Hold on. He's only been in the company for about, a month and a half maybe now? Maybe? Okay? Keep in mind, a month and a half, man, they're already booking him in dark matches. Dude, WWE doesn't even do dark matches anymore, homie. They do live events. And CM Punk was just wrestling Gunther on a live event. So it's not like live events are this death toll, whatever. Everybody does live events on the European
They
tours.
do dark matches too,
okay?
though. But
they
wrong with that,
really
though.
stopped doing them. It's nothing wrong because if anything, you're just hyping the crowd. What's wrong with doing a dark match? And by the way, and you guys have heard this, and it's now become this kind of joke where you guys have grown at it. But let me speak to the audience here who do bitch about Penta's booking as a former professional wrestler. I would rather be utilized in that stadium that I traveled all the way to, whether I'm on TV or not, because I'm not just in this shit for TV time, man. I'm in it for the love of the fucking game, bro.
Wait, are you a fan
I
professional
love.
wrestler?
Shut the fuck up. I. But as someone who can look at Penta and go, it ain't just about the money, bro. You don't do this shit just for the money unless your name's Goldberg. Okay, you do it because you love it, right? Penta is racking up his bump card, getting his reps in the ring. And so what? We didn't have enough time for you. 1 week out of the 6 weeks you've been here, we didn't have time to put you on the show because we had other stories that had to be told. So you wrestled in the same arena when the show went off air or before it went off air just to hype the crowd up. Who fucking cares, bro? It's one goddamn week. That's like, if that's the case, then I guess you could say that Roman's booking is bullshit because he's only here 9 times a year with that logic. It's stupid logic. No. This was a great match.
Penta debuted January 13th, so he's been with the WWE a little
like a month and a half. Oh, 2 months. Sorry, 2 months. So
I was just about to say he was in the Rumble 2 months ago.
Yeah, so it's literally like, dude, he's been here for a cup of coffee and about a quarter of another cup of coffee. He hasn't even started yet. And they've been giving him great match times with freaking Chad. Championship freaking main events to close out the show. Because they could have just stuck him on SmackDown and USA. They said, no. We're going to put you on Netflix Raw. The thing that is our biggest deal right now in the main event, Intercontinental Championship. We're going to let you go with one of the best guys we have on this roster to close out the show. And we're going to protect you in the finish by having you lose from interference. Okay? So as far as it's concerned, it's like, dude, they're not treating Penta bad. If anything, they're proving that they want to protect his character. They want to showcase him the best way possible. Not everybody can just join the company and get put in the fucking world title picture. Okay? He is a great performer. The crowd loves him. Obviously, he's got great chemistry in the ring with everybody he's with so far. So clearly, he's a safe worker, and he's easy to work with. What's there not to love? What are you complaining about? It's been 2 months, people. Let them keep cooking with him. It's a slow burn, baby. Because eventually, give it 6 months, that dude is he could be tied with Jey Uso in merch sales in 6 months. You don't know. He's really hot right now, and WWE is capitalizing on that. And this was great. It protected him in the finish. Don't have Braun lose that title before Mania. Mm-hmm. Let that title change happen at Mania if it's going to happen at all. But this was a great match. And if people are going to complain about something like this and not think about the fact, the Judgment Day got interfered. Okay? They're giving him story. Okay? Oh, he lost to Braun Breaker. They're trying not to ruin the title change before Mania, and they still protected him in the loss because of the interference. This is all great for him. It's really, really good for him. Mm-hmm. So stop complaining and enjoy the ride they're taking you on, because so far, they haven't screwed this man up at all. In fact, they're proving to you that they want to do him right. And I'm here for it, bro. It's great. I love seeing him on my TV. I really do.
Toxic.
A little disappointed because Penta didn't win. I really think that he deserves, but it doesn't really make sense to change the title right before Mania, tying into what we just talked about last thing. Yeah, but you understand my point. I didn't understand why they had Judgment Day come out, but then started to realize, wait a minute, they are probably trying to build a good story, but we could possibly see Braun Breaker and Penta versus two members of the Judgment Day, or this could possibly be some way to break up Finn, like have Finn betray. I don't know. It's like Blood said, it's story. You can't just take one look at it and say this sucks. You have to give it time, and I'm all for it. I didn't like the idea at first. I'm like, why put Penta in this? But now I'm seeing what they're cooking up, and I'm starting to like it.
Tommy?
Yeah, we are truly, and not to take the slogan from The Rock, but we are truly seeing and smelling what Triple H is cooking. He's cooking it up. And with people saying, oh, like, he should have stayed in AEW, I'm sorry. 2 months into his WWE career. 2 months. And there are already bootleg Penta shirts on TikTok right now. There are already, like, fake Penta WWE shirts that are extremely hot right now. That people are actually buying. This man absolutely should be in the main event, and let's be honest, at some point, he absolutely will be a world champion. 2 months and he's already this hot, like, coming up on Jay? So he's, like, right on Jay's tail right now when it comes to popularity-wise. I mean, cero miedo. The entire crowd says it. Every time. There you go.
PT?
All right, I'm sorry to be Tommy in this situation, but I'm glad that I get to do this for the first time. There is one thing that you poor cunts have fucking forgot. It is the fact that Dominic last week accusingly said that he was speaking to Penta about joining the Judgment Day, which is why they helped him beat Bron Breakker, or disqualified, basically. And Dominic was giving Penta the chair, and he's like, this is part of the Judgment Day, zero miedo, no fear Judgment Day, no fear Judgment Day. And then what does he do? Chucks a chair to him, kick in the face. Dominic's a dumb cunt, which is why Finn was losing his shit. And he started getting more aggressive. And if this man does not kick Dominic in the dick next week, I'm going to lose it. I am going to fucking lose it. Because Dominic is doing everything in his power to find another member of the Judgment Day. And Finn is just fed up with it. I would be too. If I was that fucking delusional, thinking that I can handle everything myself, I would be pissed off too. So, Finn, kick this motherfucker in the dick so hard that he regretted ever turning on his father. Please. I need to see that next week. Please.
So, we're not going to get Penta versus Bron Breakker at Mania, but it looks like this may lead to Finn Balor versus Bron Breakker at Mania, which I'm okay for. Now, I'm good with that too. But also, Penta denied, or he refused to join the Judgment Day. So now he has beef with the Judgment Day, Penta. So this could be a start of a lot of things. Penta feuding with the Judgment Day could mean eventually he's going to need backup. Maybe that's where somehow Rey Fenix comes in. Eventually, this could lead to Penta versus Finn Balor. Maybe even the Demon Finn Balor. A Demon Finn Balor versus Penta? I think that would be really dope. But final thoughts on this, you guys, before we get out of here. Go ahead, Blunt.
So I would like to point something out too, is that when the Judgment Day was still its original group, remember that when they were trying to, when Finn wanted to add a brand new member in that of JD McDonough, it was Damian Priest and Rhea. Rhea was trying to play Peacekeeper, but they all gave him a hard time about JD for months until JD finally became a full-fledged member of the Judgment Day. Now Finn is in that Damian Priest position, and Liv is in Rhea's position trying to play Peacekeeper, right? Dom is still in that exact same spot he was, just with the different girl. And it's funny because now you have Finn trying to say, when you listen to Finn, we win, but there's supposed to be no leaders, right? So I think the culmination of this story is going to come somewhere down the line at Mania, where I think the implosion of the Judgment Day happens at Mania. I think it kind of has to. I think that at this point, because we just had JD McDonough's interview with Chris Van Fleet, I think last week or the week before last week, where he was like hoping to come back in the next couple of weeks to a month or two, is what he said. But he said a couple of weeks, hopefully. He's got to go for his bump test. But he's getting pretty close to a return here. And if the Judgment Day turns on Finn, JD could be the nail in that coffin that they're saving for that surprise. Finn brought JD into the Judgment Day, right? What if JD is the one who takes Finn out? You feel me? And then that's going to devolve into a whole nother, version of the Judgment Day without Finn, and then we're going to probably get that Finn singles run out of this. But I think that this is the start of that because they've been doing this whole dissension between Dom and Finn for a while now. And they did this exact same dissension story with Damian and Finn constantly. But before Finn can turn on Dominic, I think Dominic and Liv and Raquel and JD and Carlito, but specifically JD, is going to be that surprise nail in Finn's coffin at Mania.
Yeah, Toxic.
I just want to point out a fact. Notice how every time there's a new luchador in WWE, they put them up against the Judgment Day. For instance, Dragon Lee, when he joined the LWO. Andrade, when he returned and he started having interactions with Dom. Penta. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know. I feel like we're going to probably get, if Rey Fenix debuts in time, we'll probably get the Lucha Bros versus 2 members of the Judgment Day.
That's a great point, Toxic. The last thing, too, that I thought was really funny about all of this was Carlito saying, maybe I should challenge for the Intercontinental Championship.